I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats at hotDOCS in downtown Toronto. I'm here with Director Tonje Hessen Schei. How does it feel to have your film drone screening at hotDOCS?
It's an incredible honor to be part of the main competition at hotDOCS, and especially exciting as we're now just trying to release the film to the North American market and audience. So we're very excited to be here.
Congratulations. And the timing is terrific because Obama had an apology this morning for drones and a few of the American casualties that have been accidentally killed by them. Can you talk a little bit about that? And, you know, he's apologizing for the Americans, but what about all the other casualties from the other countries that have been being killed over the years?
Well, I think the drone killings of the two U.S. hostages is a very interesting case, and it's also very interesting to see how much attention it is getting in the media. Finally, the U.S. authorities are coming forth and giving some transparency on what is going on. And it really shows also what we're trying to tell with this film is how many civilians actually are being killed, and kind of to deconstruct the notion of the drones being surgically precise and this perfect weapon in the war on terror, because so often the intelligence that the drone strikes are based on is wrong, and so many civilians have been killed in Pakistan.
And can you speak a little bit to a young soldier in Arizona sitting in front of a screen and making these decisions that are happening halfway around the world, and how that distance kind of, it makes it less personal?
Well, I think mostly the drone warfare allows for a new kind of way of going to war, where you don't have to sacrifice your own soldiers, and it makes killing too easy, possibly. We have worked very closely with drone pilots that say that, you know, it's just too easy to push a button, although the long-term consequences of that have been devastating for the drone pilots that we have worked with. And it's something with the post-traumatic stress that has been very surprising to me. And even though the distance is greater than ever, the intimacy that the drone pilots actually experience, or some of the drone pilots experience, where they are observing people on the ground for months at a time. They really get to know the people they're observing. They see them as fathers, as lovers. I mean, there's stories of drone pilots seeing people having sex on the rooftops in infrared in the summertime. And it's just this very intimate way of knowing your victim, or, you know, who the enemy that you're going to kill. And then also, after pressing the button, the drone hovers above. So the drone pilots also then see the horror and the kill that they have done on the ground. And for the drone pilots we've talked to, this has had devastating effects.
And the recruiting process for drone operators, it's very much like a video game. And in the film, you explore a little bit about, you know, video game recruiting young kids who are good at them, and developing their talents or whatnot. So can you speak a little bit to that process? It seems, you know, just horrible to me.
Well, I got the idea for this film when I came across the story of a gamer who dropped out of high school and joined the military. And because of the skills he had acquired as a gamer, he was quickly put to be a drone pilot. And to me, the thought of kids going from getting points per kill to actually killing real people on the other side of the world with very little training about, you know, the kind of warfare, the kind of consequences this has on the mind, what does it mean to kill this way, was very frightening. And if you look at the very close relationship between the gaming industry and the military that we have today, where the military gets consultations as far as what interface to use, what kind of joystick works the best, the very thin line that is now being pushed forward between virtual war, or war as a game, and real war is very scary to me.
And do you think that parents are aware of what it means if their child is recruited to be a drone pilot?
I don't think that parents really know what's going on. We have been to several gaming conferences in Europe where the military now is also seeing gamers as a very interesting group with new skills that are required in our new warfare. And I don't think that parents even know about the presence of the military at these gaming conferences. And but also, I mean, if you look at the video games that our kids spend most of the time playing, it's almost, you know, a constant preparation for war, because the games have become so real. And that's another way to look at, you know, the close relationship between the entertainment industry, where they're actually getting information from the military on what happens in certain battles, weapons, you know, what kind of tactics are used, and so forth. So in part, our kids are being prepared by playing war since, you know, they're tiny. So that's also something that, you know, I think it's important for people to know about.
And where do you think this drone warfare is going to go? Do you think every country, you know, in the next how many years do you think we'll have these drone pilots and be operating this way?
Well, I think drones are here to stay. And to me, drones have changed warfare and most definitely our future. I also think that, you know, the U.S. is setting such a dangerous standard and example of how drones can be used. And it's going to be incredibly hard for us to point our fingers at countries like Russia, China, and North Korea that also now have this capability. When we started this film, it was just a handful of countries that had military drones, and today we're up to 100 countries that either have this capability or are developing one. And with this large CIA assassination program, it's going to be hard for us to tell other nations that they cannot take out people around the world that they see as imminent threats. So I think it's a very scary picture that's pointed for the future, and I think it's incredibly important that we now start looking at the real consequences of this.
And where's the best place for us to find out more information on the film online?
Well, we have a very active Facebook page, Drone Documentary, where we post, you know, updates on the issue, and also for, you know, information about where the film can be seen.
Well, thank you so much. Congratulations. This film terrified me. And best of luck on CNN tomorrow and all your future endeavors.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats at hotDOCS in downtown Toronto.